Hola y bienvenidos a Amores Patos. Hi, and welcome to Amores Patos. I'm your host, Anna.
And I'm your other host, Faby. This is a podcast where two best friends get together and talk about
Duck facts,
Duck lore,
Duck Zeus,
and Ducktales. We're on the air.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a good opening line.
Hi.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
I mean, it's not like it's been forever since we posted an episode or recorded.
Yeah, it's been a while since we recorded technically, yes.
We were bad and we watched the leaked episodes.
We did.
We've already recorded those episodes.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you guys.
Yeah, we'll be straight up about it.
I do have the Disney Now app because I got my mom's cable password, so I can watch it both not legally and legally now. I will watch it legally once they're out. I promise.
Exactly. Yeah, honestly.
I'm not gonna not watch them.
That whole leaked fiasco just threw me back in when they, Russia, I think, leaked the Sherlock finale. Oh. And it was insane. And the thing was, it was for me, I love Sherlock, but I will say this. 4th season, horrible. Garbage. Utter garbage. So it got released, right? It got released. And it was so bad that people were just like,
It's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake.
It's fake.
Someone filmed the whole
show. And to this day, there's still that weird-ass conspiracy that it's fake. And I'm just like, oh my god. No.
No.
Yeah, no, it was just bad.
Yeah.
I heard they were doing, edits to the script, the day before they filmed.
Woof.
That's how bad it was.
Woof.
But yeah. Anyways, episode 12.
Yeah.
The Spear of Selene.
Yes.
And damn. Yeah.
Well,
I
don't know where I'm going with this. This is a very good episode.
It's so good. Wow. But I wanted to say something.
Yes.
So, I wanted to explain sort of, this lag of activity that there's been, and then also, if you really listen to our episodes that we've released recently, you'll notice that we mentioned things like Christmas plans and things in February. It's because we recorded those episodes a pretty long while ago.
The Neverest and Darkwing our special hiatus episode. Yeah, we recorded those just after winter break, I think.
Yeah,
so,
back in February.
February.
Yeah.
When the hiatus was still very much
there.
ongoing.
Yeah. So, things didn't really turn out to plan, because, I'm Faby, and I'm the editor. I hope by now you can distinguish our voices.
I think they're pretty different.
Yeah. So,
I sound like a... Oh, wait, I need to remember. Wait. I sound like a mouse on helium. And Faby sounds like a person.
I know. I always get so surprised by how much of a Californian accent I have.
Do I?
I think we all do.
Probably.
Because my roommate and I were discussing how much we do say the word like.
Do I say like?
I think we all do. It's just a thing.
We just don't notice.
Yeah, we don't. Because as I'm editing, I hear it and I'm just like, ah!
According to my brother, I have a Southern California accent. Fucking if I know what that means. People.
I feel like Ricky Ricardo in the old I Love Lucy when people would tell him, you have an accent, and I'm like, he's like, what accent? And I'm just like, what accent do I have?
People have told me I have an accent too, and I'm like, where?
Exactly. But we do. Anyways.
Anyway.
So yeah,
off the point.
Things just got really hectic last quarter. So we ended up not editing as we wanted. So that's why there was a big gap from February to April of episodes. But now I think we're caught up now, and now the goal is to keep up, not maybe So we're recording probably like a week after the episode releases. We'll try to like release between like a week, but we won't be like, you know, you'll watch the episode and then you'll have our weekend.
We can't.
No.
We can't do that.
No. Plus, like, our quarter's, again, almost coming to an end.
Yeah, it's fucking... What day is it? It's the 6 weeks. So we have a quarter system instead of semesters. So we have 3 quarters instead of 2 semesters. And they go by
so
at
fast.
Fucking lightning speed. Like, ludicrous speed is what our quarters are like. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. We'll try, though, and especially now since, like, summer's also coming and they're gonna release way more episodes.
Yeah, I know there's, I think, 4 episodes already slotted to start coming out starting on the 16th of June.
Yeah.
Which is, like, we're on break then.
Yeah.
So that'll be real nice.
We still need to figure out how we're gonna record.
We'll figure it out. There's the internet that can help us.
Exactly.
And we'll be in Iceland
in
September?
Yeah.
We're going on a trip to Iceland.
And we're doing a fan meetup? I'm kidding.
Any Ducktales fans in Iceland, meet us, wait, I don't remember the name of the place. Outside of that big church cathedral thing in Reykjavik.
We'll be standing
September 20th at 8 o'clock a.m. 8 a.m.
We'll be the ones in duck t-shirts.
God.
I think it's funny though, we both usually record in duck merchandise.
Oh yeah, it's our brand.
Exactly. Go to it's Duckver's Redbubble for the shirt I'm currently wearing. But yeah, it's
I'll let my friend borrow one of my Ducktales shirts.
Which friend? Or why?
She needed a shirt and I'm like, I got this shirt. She's like, okay. I need that shirt back. I'll get it. But we're recording this on the day after, on the day of the release of the Gizmo Duck episode, and so we really want to talk about that, but we're not.
We're not. No, obviously. We were up pretty late
because it came out like on the midnight or whatever.
Yeah,
and we watched it a couple times.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
If you've listened to us before, which I hope and assume you have, you know how much our inordinate love for Fan and Gizmo Duck. We're not going to talk about it here because we have too much to say.
Yeah.
So.
And I need to gather my thoughts into a coherent,
a coherent, cohesive
words.
So just know that
we're gonna talk a lot. This episode's probably even gonna go long.
Oh yeah.
I will just warn you from the start.
Yeah, it's gonna go long too.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So should we get into it?
Yes.
Alright. We haven't done this before, though this is something we want to start doing now is listing the people who work on this on the shows, on the episodes. Because I think thoughts.
They might be listening.
That's one part. You might listen to us, and it's like, oh, hey, they mention us.
But it's also just...
But also to give credit for, like, people working on this amazing show, like...
Because a lot of the times, it's just the voice actors who get appreciated, or, like, the main, like, creator, but... A lot of it goes into, the writing.
Yeah, like the team of writers, the animators, like this shit is animated.
So beautifully. I love it so much.
It's so we want to give credit to all the people who work on the show and put their heart and soul into it. Yeah. We know how hard they work on it, because you can just tell how much work goes into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
The story for this episode, The Spear of Selene, is by Frank Angonis, Madison Bateman, Colleen Evanson, Christian Magelhays, and Bob Snow. It was written by Madison Bateman. The storyboards were by... Oh boy. If I mess up your name, it's my fault. Emmy... Wait, I practiced this. C. Ciarega. Yeah.
I hope.
Ben Holm and Jason... Jason! Thanks, Jason! Jason...
Aaron.
Jason... Raker?
I think. I don't know.
It was directed by Dana Terrace. Dana Terrace. Fuck. I'll say Dana Terrace.
I don't know. Yeah, good job.
I don't know how to pronounce names. Any names. I'm terrible. If I hear it, I'm perfect. I'm golden. But yeah. Anyway, Duckworth Watch.
Oh yeah.
Duckworth is not here.
No.
He's not on this mythical Greek island.
Oh my god.
Surprise! And
there's no butler.
It's vanilla Gasolina Watch.
One day I just want you to say Benedict Cumberbatch for the fuck of it, because...
No, I can't do it now! You ruined it! That could never happen! It was a B and a... Well, it's B and a G name. It wouldn't have worked. It could have worked, but not anymore, because you ruined it. So, Benulu... Gasolina watch. He's not here.
Mm-mm. Still gone.
He's not here.
Still off being a playboy.
Playboy. Genius plot.
That's what we were... Yeah.
No, he's not Tony Stark.
If only.
If only. Infinity War guys.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me up. Anyway.
We started on a stormy night.
It's true though.
Yeah.
We open on the Sun Chaser caught in like this crazy storm. The whole family's there.
Mm-hmm.
The plane's all rattling around. And we see Donald again. This is the second time he's been over the top or like irrationally afraid of, if not flying, then launchpad flying.
Hell yeah! I mean, it is a thunderstorm.
Yeah, but like the last time it was like in the Lucky Gander, launchpad just banked sharply.
Yeah.
And Donald said, he exclaimed, "We're all gonna die. I've wasted my life." Like a bit of an overreaction. So like I wonder if it's like he's just afraid of flying.
Maybe, yeah.
Because it's just him. Like he doesn't surprisingly he doesn't put the boys like in, like
it's just him
in like parachutes. Like only him is in this full like fucking I don't know what you call it. Like it's like a parachute like life vest in the front. They have to like tug the string. He's putting like a helmet on with the goggles.
Yeah, and everyone else is just surrounding Launchpad.
Yeah, they're just around the front of the plane.
He's the only sane one.
Yeah, honestly. It's so great to see Donald again.
Yeah,
like we haven't seen him
in
a while. Like
I love him.
What was the last episode we saw him in? Gander. What episodes have there been? Jesus.
I think that
Gander wasn't the last one.
He wasn't in the Mummies.
No. And the Mummy never is.
No.
And then this. Yeah, we have not seen Donald in a while.
Yeah.
Was the Gander episode the last time we saw him?
I think so, because he wasn't in the Mark Beeks one either.
He wasn't.
He hasn't been here in a while.
Jesus.
I missed
Donald.
him. Welcome home.
I got Donald's voice actor. I didn't get like the very first episode. Tony Anselmo.
Hey.
I hope it's Tony. And not like Tobert. It's not a name.
It could be.
I hope not.
Tobert. No, it's Tobert.
Name my child Tobert. Tony Anselmo. I'm sorry, I do not remember your name.
That reminded me of the whole, like, I'm gonna name my daughter Mayonnaise. May for short.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So, while Donald's kind of freaking out, the kids are all around The kids and Scrooge are on Launchpad. And Launchpad's super chill, though. He's like, a little lightning never killed anyone.
And he's like, I can't say the word.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah.
God, he spread it to me. I can't fucking talk anymore. But then, like, the storm's all shaking them around. And then, whenever the lights... Because they get struck by lightning, the plane. And the lights start getting all crazy. The controls... He just pounds the control panel and goes back to normal.
Well, he has it, like, mostly under control.
He has it under control. He, like, pounds the thing and it's fine.
Yeah.
But then we see, behind him, Dewey starts messing with the controls. Mm-hmm. And at first I'm like, Dewey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dewey, what the hell? Like, Launchpad already crashes normal. You want to, like, force a crash?
Because they are, so they're, like, fucking around.
We take the plan with Webby. Because he flicks the controls. And then a red button starts flashing. Mm-hmm. And...
Dewey's like,
well, what's that mean?
Yeah.
And Launchpad, not knowing what that is,
he's like,
flips out.
Well, no, at first he's all like, it's probably that everything is fine, like. Yeah. And then Dewey's like, but what if it's not? And he's like, oh no!
Yeah. He flips out, starts like messing with switches and levers, and stops controlling the plane.
Mm-hmm. Which is, and then.
And so they're like falling out of the sky at this point. And we see Webby kind of like winks at Dewey, like all part of the plan, and Dewey,
like because she's acting to be scared, right? And then Dewey's like screaming, and he's like, "Oh yeah, totally."
Yeah. He stops, like gives her a thumbs up, and then keeps screaming. And so Launchpad, I guess, crashes the plane on purpose. because we see like the plane starts falling because he's like flipping switches and stuff, but then we see he's controlling the plane again. Like, he has the controls.
I think it was fall because I couldn't see if it got struck by lightning again or not.
I don't know. I don't think it did. I think it was the one time. Maybe because they don't. I think they don't actually crash.
I think in the end he was able to like at least. They were falling, but he was at least able to like bring it back.
Land. Yeah, and he wants to figure, he wants to figure out what went wrong. Yeah, the plane doesn't actually crash, which is
good job, Launchpad. We get very little Launchpad.
We do,
sadly,
but we get lots in the next episode. Spoilers, I guess.
Oh God.
Yeah, so they crash on this kind of Greek-looking island. It's like, it's all like the island itself is basically just like a huge mountain.
Yeah, it's like
a huge cliff face that kind of just like goes up. It's very it's basically just like a mountain.
Yeah, it's like half of it is just like cliffside, and the other half has like grass and then like little buildings on it.
Yeah. And almost as soon as they land, the storm that they were in just clears. It's gone like instantaneously.
And we get to see this weird looking.
Oh, it's a manticore.
Okay.
I mean, not fuck me, manticore. From Greek mythology. They have the lion head and scorpion bodies. They're typically like huge? 20 feet tall. Okay.
Because at first I was like, wait, I don't remember my Greek mythology enough.
Yeah, I said like almost minotaur. I said like manotaur. Fuck, that's very false. Half man, half tar.
That's so weird. No, but yeah.
Anyway.
But it's beautiful now.
So the kids go to the window and they're like, whoa, where are we? And we see Huey pulls out his You Know What You guidebook and it's like a map of Greece. And he's like, well, we're off like the coast of Greece. But it's like, wait, could it be? And then Scrooge goes up to the window and like in his most foreboding voice, he's like, Ithaquack. Like, fuck me.
Dun, dun. Yeah. Looking outside the window dramatically.
Yeah. Where are we? According to the JWG, we're off the tip of Greece. And wait. This can't be right. I thought it was a myth. What? What is this place? Ithaquack.
And Donald is like, wait, what?
Because,
we'll learn that they're not too happy to be here.
It's beautiful, though.
Yeah, we get a pen up of Ithaquack. And it's, like a bunch of, like, Greek-looking buildings, Greek buildings, and this huge temple on the top.
Half reminds me of the little mountain thing from The Emperor's New Groove. The mountain song.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like,
but yeah, Donald is not happy.
No, Donald wants to get the fuck out of there immediately. Oh wait, one quick thing. So Ithaquack, it's a thing in the original series. In the original series, season 1, episode 30, Home Sweet Homer, in which Scrooge and the kids get sent back to like ancient Greece or whatever. The kingdom that they go to is called Ithaquack.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a cool little...
Yeah, a little nod. Yeah, it was already, like, canonically there.
Yeah, and so we see that both Scrooge and Donald know Ithaquack, and they want to get the fuck out as quickly as possible.
And then, so it's both Scrooge and Donald being like, Launchpad, we need to go
Yeah.
ASAP.
And we see Donald's all tied up in, like, the straps of the parachute.
And then Launchpad, he's like, nah, we can't leave. Like, I gotta figure out what that light is.
What the flashing red light is. Which reminded me of West Wing. The episode Angel Maintenance. I want to say it's season 4, episode 18. In which, in Air Force One, there's one of the lights for the landing gear doesn't go off. So they don't know if the landing gear is engaged or not.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what does that mean? Well, typically, it means there's something wrong with the light.
Oh my god, that reminded me directly of Cabin Pressure. It's like a British radio show all about like this group of like pilots and stuff. Well, there's only one pilot, 2 pilots, whatever. It's a radio show, and there's like a whole like gag around that. Like Benedict Cumberbatch is in it. He plays Martin. He's like the by the rules, very like strict guy. So I think there's like a whole episode about like how one of the lights doesn't like turn on.
Yeah.
And then, so they keep, like, messing with it, and there's, like, this whole, like, I think it was, like, in the end, they end up, like, landing the plane, because, like, it doesn't, like, work, and they were all freaking out, and he's, like, spending a lot of money, whatever. The whole, I think, episode was about how they were supposed to have, like, a flight that didn't cost a lot of money for the company, but they had to diverge, so that cost a lot of money, and it turns out, like, it was just the light not working.
Yeah, West Wing, during the Ducktales hiatus, I got really into West Wing. There's 7 seasons, I watched 6 in like a month. I don't regret it, but now I don't want to watch the last season because John Spencer, one of the actors, passes away. And so the character dies. Yeah. And which makes me very upset. It's very good though. And Angel Maintenance is a very good episode, which I recommend. I think even if you haven't watched the show before, it's like one of those episodes that you can just watch.
It's weird because like I think both of our government teachers would show us West Wing.
Yeah, in AP Gov in high school senior year. Like my teacher was a huge fucking fanboy.
Same.
He would type up a synopsis of the episode and like what you need to have known from previous episodes to get the context of the episode.
Yeah, and like it's crazy.
And it'd be like vaguely related to what we were learning. Like there was like a 2-minute thing about what we were learning. He's like, I just want to show you West Wing because I love it so much.
Same. He would like legit just show us episodes, and then one time we were like, "Oh, Mister, can we just like watch West Wing episodes?" He's like, well, since you asked, like, let's go ahead.
West Wing's good. Anyway.
Anyway,
if you want a good West Wing podcast, West Wing Weekly is one which has it's hosted by one of the original actors, Josh Molina, and another dude named Richie Hirschway. Okay. It's very good. I recommend you like West Wing.
I still need to watch the rest of it.
It's a lot. They get like original. They get like the actual actors to come onto the podcast and talk about the episode. They have like a former Secretary of Defense.
That's
and like
amazing.
the General of the Army or whatever. They have like senators and Congress people. Like it's
insane.
It's crazy. Yeah. I'm like, where do you go, these people? Jesus.
Right? Oh, God.
Anyway. So Launchpad doesn't want to leave until he knows what's the problem with the light. Yeah. And he says, better safe than whatever the opposite of safe is. And
he's like, as I always say, better safe than whatever the opposite of safe is.
And
I always say that.
Scrooge is like, when have you ever said that?
No. Get this plane in the air.
Sorry, Mr. McD. Gotta figure out what this flashing light means. I always say, better safe than whatever the opposite of safe is. Yeah, I do say that.
When have you ever said that?
But, what a day for Launchpad to start being safety conscious. But, so they try getting the kids to stay on the plane, but they're like, not we outie.
Yeah, they bolt.
All of them.
They're like, you can't catch us all.
Yeah, they're like, kids. One of them just, like, punches the release hatch for the thing.
I forgot the name.
The cargo hold door, whatever, the plane. They run out. And we see Webby and Dewey especially, like, run behind a rock like they're hiding.
Yeah. They run together, and then Huey and Louie just run off.
Yeah, and we see that, we got the little nod to it, which is, like, surprising. Like, oh, shit, they got a whole plan. Which I don't know why it surprised me, like, considering they're doing all this behind both Dewey's siblings and Donald and Scrooge's back.
Yeah, all the adults.
Oh, this episode doesn't want to play. Please.
I started saying that ironically, and now I just
can't stop saying it now.
Yeah.
It's like me saying "oh beans." I work with kids though, so it helps that I don't curse.
I'm so bad at cursing around kids.
I'm good in that I've never cursed around kids. Oh no, sounds. I've cursed in the vicinity of kids at my work, but they couldn't hear me.
Okay,
or I did curse by accident. And it was a bad one.
Oh no!
They didn't hear me, so it was fine.
I think I cursed in front of my cousins the other day. It's crazy. They're funny.
So does it want to play?
A few moments later.
Technical difficulties.
You don't know this.
No,
we're fine.
We're good. So then we get to...
Yeah, so the kids run off, and we get, Webby and Dewey. We see that they're very much on a mission. Mm-hmm. Like, at first Dewey's like...
What are you talking about? He's like, what? He's like, why didn't we do that? And then Webby's like, this is a Greek island.
Yeah, this is Ithaquack, like a mythical Greek island full of legendary Greek artifacts. Maybe even the Spear of Selene.
And Dewey's like, oh, okay. I get it. He's so cute.
Yeah. Because he's like, don't assume I know anything.
Yeah.
He's like
baseline, assume I know nothing.
Yeah. To the naos! That's Greek for temple.
Okay, stop assuming I know things. Like baseline, assume I know nothing.
And Okay, I have a bad joke.
What? What? Oh no.
They want to crack the case.
You're fired! I'm firing you! Hi, welcome to my podcast. You don't get any facts or lore. You just get me talking about the episode.
Gravity Falls.
Boo!
Don't patronize me.
I know. Oh my god, no, yeah. But this is where we really start to see, like, they're both on the same mission,
yes.
but not really, like...
We're not quite there, but yeah, we'll see in a bit that...
Yeah, well, yeah, because Webby just says, like, we're gonna uncover the mystery, and Dewey's like, and find out what happened to my mom.
Webby says something like, to the Naylas! And Dewey's like, and she's like, oh, it means it's Greek for temple.
Yeah.
So Webby knows, we now know, ancient Egyptian, Greek, and Japanese.
She's amazing.
What are the languages that she know?
Right? Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I only know 2 languages. And both of them, I'm losing it.
I pretend I know French.
Well, weren't you translating, like, French comics?
With Google Translate.
No. And I was impressed. You could have, like, fooled me.
I bought a bunch of French Donald and Scrooge comics in Paris, and I have yet to translate most of them. I have no time. Maybe this summer. Oh, I want to mention, during the intro, remember when we get like the yellow spotlight thing on the wall? That's the flashlight.
Yeah.
I think that's almost. I'm almost certain that's a reference to the Tintin animated series from 1991 to 1992. Because in that one, the intro, it's the yellow circle of light and Tintin running in it.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a little nod, because the Tintin comics came out around the same time as the original Scrooge comics. They have a very similar style. They're both kind of similar.
Yeah.
Like,
can you tell what other thing Anna got obsessed with during this hiatus? Me, it was James Bond.
I got obsessed with a couple things.
Yeah.
Like West Wing, Tintin, Marvel.
Oh yeah, me, Marvel. Yeah. James Bond. I think that was it, really. Other random ass shit. Cooking videos on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Soap making videos on YouTube.
Jesus.
Watch them, they're so satisfying.
I watched Coyote Peterson on YouTube. He's the nature guy.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
He's fun, he's cute.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah.
Wait.
So we come back from the theme song, and we see Louis just like tanning on the beach.
Yeah.
And then his light is blocked by Donald, who is already holding Huey under one arm, and Huey just looks so resigned. And Louis just turns around like, "You're in my life."
Yeah.
Donald just
scoops him up
and has him under his other arm,
like 2 footballs.
Yeah, like I love Donald is like the supreme dad.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's back.
He's so good in this episode.
He's really great in this episode. He's so Donald's like, we have to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right now. But he's trying to walk them back onto the plane.
Yeah. They're ambushed. By a big dude.
Yeah, Donald is tackled by the most muscular, beautiful, not Doug on Earth.
Yeah.
It's this huge guy. He's in a toga thing.
Yeah, it's toga.
He's like in a toga with like the sandals, like it's the Greek sandals. His long flowing,
beautiful blonde hair,
and he is. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say. It's Hercules.
I thought you were going to go into all his titles, but I didn't write the titles down.
He's like the hero of Heliopolis, the Crusader of Corinth. I don't remember.
Sorcerer Supreme.
I want to make a reference to Infinity War. But he's not like a pirate angel had a baby. He's like 2 angels had a baby.
Oh yeah, he's so cute.
He's the purest character in this show.
He was so fun.
Yeah, so we learned this is Hercules.
Yeah.
So it's Hercules. It's Stork Hercules.
Yeah.
Hercules. He's voiced by he's voiced by the current Mickey Mouse voice actor.
When you told me that.
From the Mickey Mouse shorts, which I love. I love the Mickey Mouse shorts so much.
I've only seen 2, and one of them freaked me out.
Which one did you watch?
The potato one.
Potato. Potato. That's my favorite one.
It's horrifying.
It's like season 1. It's great. I love. Please watch the Potato Land Mickey Mouse short. I love it so much. Anyway,
really cute animation style too.
Yes, very retro, vintage, whatever style. Yeah. So yeah, it's a voice actor. His name is. Guys, he has a terribly long last name. Chris.
Oh fuck.
I got it. I got this. I practiced it. Diamantopolis. That was terrible. That was like 5 words. So Chris Diamantopolis. Right? Diamantopolis.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Chris Diamantopolis.
Chris, hit us up if we said it wrong.
I'm sorry, this is a very long name. I'm terrible at pronouncing names if I just read them aloud. So he's Donald's self-declared best friend.
Yeah.
Like, he tackles Donald, and Donald drops the kids. And at first it's like, oh shit, he's being attacked. But it's like, no, it's this, like, 7-foot-tall dude who just is hugging Donald.
To death.
Like, to death. And Donald...
so resigned.
He's just so done. His face, his expressions in this episode are amazingly
so
well done.
fun.
He just looks like he's done. Like, he'd rather be, like, dead than be where he is right now. Like, he's just
sound like a millennial. Yeah. Their moods.
Yeah.
Moods all along.
Like, Starkey Lee's is just hugging him super tight.
He tosses him in the air.
He tosses him. Donald just hanging there limp.
And all the while,
give a shit.
Starkey's like, "Oh, glorious day!
Yeah,
May the fates sing of your return, friend Donald."
Yeah. He has like this accent, and it's like kind of like a Thor-esque, kind of like big words and fanciness. And he talks about he lists all his achievements, like the hero of Heliopolis.
Does he say sailor or savior?
Savior.
Okay.
Savior of Corinth or something.
Of the 7 seas.
He has pecs of steel. He's hugging Donald, and he lets go, and Donald's face is just between his pecs. Donald's just hanging.
I'm dying at the fucking pause we got. He's just nuzzled in there real good.
As he's hanging there, Donald's just like... He's
Hi.
like, hey, buddy. He's like, I don't want to be here. But then Storky Lee's just, I guess, notices the kids.
Yeah.
I guess he's just like pontificating for his own benefit.
Yeah.
He notices the kids and gasps, and Donald falls out from between his pecs.
It also horribly reminded me of SpongeBob, the movie, where David Hasselhoff's chest like separates.
The control. Sorry, I can't breathe.
Frank, you know how to get to us. Chest humor.
Oh my god, I literally can't breathe.
So the first time I watched this, I watched it on a bus. So I was laughing way too hard.
It's that laughing when you're like in public and you just like, it's the nervous laughter from being in public and whatever funny shit you're watching.
Me listening to podcasts and walking around like an idiot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All the time.
Yeah, I'm like, don't laugh, don't smile for no reason.
Because, so I don't know if you guys saw my
I'll
Twitter.
pretend I'm like on the phone.
On my Twitter, I posted how like a bunch of our episodes are recorded while I'm traveling back.
Edited.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're edited. They recorded on the bus. No, they're edited as I travel back.
On a bus right now.
On a bus. So like a lot of the times I'll be listening to our shenanigans and I'm just like, oh, we're so funny.
We amuse ourselves.
We do. Oh my god. So anyway,
so I like lost my mind. Starkey he's adorable. He picks up Louie and Huey, and he's like, oh my god, he calls them, he's like, are these colorful creatures your kin?
I know. And he just like puts them next to his face.
Yeah, he cuddles him close to his face, and he's like, I think he's like pint-sized heroes in the making.
Yeah.
Like, at first, because he picks them up, like, they each fit in his hand.
Yeah.
And they're just like, okay, here's this man. Yeah, so like, I love he realized they must be Donald's family.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, who are you?
Who are you? And he's like, you must know about me.
Yeah, hasn't Donald told you about... And he lists all his things.
Who are you?
Your uncle must have told tale of Storcules, Colossus of Corinth, hero of Heliopolis, and my proudest accomplishment, best friend to Donald Duck.
And he's like, and my greatest accomplishment, his best friend. And then, like, he does, like, a complicated high five and fist bump that Donald does not in any way participate in.
No.
Like, his hands just hanging there limp, and he's just doing all the motions. He does the little, like, the fist bump, the psh. Donald just...
Yeah, it's unrequited best friendship.
Nothing. Like, he's all just sitting on the ground, like, he's like, God, like, I don't give a shit.
This man is too much.
But, you know, Huey is, like, ecstatic to learn that this hero of Greek legend is Donald's best friend. He's like, this guy's your best friend? And Donald's like, acquaintance. And Circular just laughs, and he pats Donald on the back so hard, he, like, it buries him in the sand. He's, like, up to his knees in the sand.
And then Scrooge is still in, like,
he's
the
still
plane.
in the plane. He hasn't gotten out of the plane. He, like, peeks out. He's like, Donald, get the kids. You gotta leave right now. And the kids are like, Why? What's the big deal? Mm-hmm. Which is surprising because even Scrooge wants to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Which typically, it's not his MO. Mm-hmm. Like, he's not really afraid of things.
No, he's usually the one that's, like, jumping to the adventure. Yeah. But this time he's like, no, we need to leave.
We gotta leave. And we see why a very tall duck on a cloud, holding a lightning bolt. He's like in shadow. He's like, everything goes dark all of a sudden. He's like, Scrooge McDuck, like, how dare you return to Ithaquack or something.
Dramatic.
So it's Zeus, and he's pissed.
And he's making this speech of, like, you know, revenge and this and that. Yeah. And, like, immediately Huey's, like, asking questions.
And then all the darkness vanishes, and, like, the light switch turns on. And he's like, oh my god, are you Zeus? Oh my god. Like, he asks him, like, are you impervious to pain? And he, like, stomps his foot. Do you cry? Some deep questions, Huey.
He's like, does being immortal also make you impervious to pain? Yeah. And I was like, I never thought of that.
Like, do you cry? I want to put in, so Zeus is a very tall duck, kind of like Storcules, but a little rounder on the middle. And he has, like, the gold laurel and, like, long hair and like a beard,
like an actual, like, beard. Like, this beard makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's like the same colors as feathers and stuff. Yeah, and the hair too. I want to add in the duck lore. Pause.
Hey.
Usually a little musical sting or something.
Yeah, I'll
duck
try
lore.
to find something.
A quack. Duck lore.
Duck lore.
So instead of Doug, you just put, like, quack.
Quack.
Lore. I don't know, I'm dumb. Anyway. I'm guessing, like, the Scrooge and not Scrooge, Zeus and Storcules thing, I'm guessing they're, like, kind of like a reference to the old Donald Duck short, Trombone Trouble, which aired in, or not aired, it was created in 1944. Things don't air in 1944. You go to a theater and you see them. Which is an animated Donald Duck short, in which the gods Vulcan and Jupiter, or Hephaestus and Zeus, are present. Make long story short, they give Donald powers, because he lives next door to Pete, and Pete's playing his trombone real loud, and it's really annoying. So they give Donald, like, lightning and super strength powers, and he tries to kill Pete with them. Long story short.
I like that. Go for it.
I just happened to watch that short on a plane. Where was I going? I was alone. I think I was either to or from Frankfurt. And it was like you can watch movies, and it was like a Disney short, so I'm like, alright. And then that short played, and I'm like, oh shit! And then, this, and I'm like, oh shit, I just happened to, like, have watched this short and have this knowledge.
Yay.
That's cool. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a good little cute little thing. So yeah, so Huey and Louie are just standing in front of Zeus, like, no problem. And Louie asks him, like, he's like, do you know where to find a good hero? Always ask the locals. And, like, Zeus actually talks to them. He, like, bends down
I like that detail though.
Yeah, it was cute. He like bends down to talk to them because he's also like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he we said Zeus kind of has it in for Scrooge.
He got beef.
Yeah. So he talks about how Zeus, not Scrooge. I'm gonna confuse these.
Oh hell yeah! My notes
sorry.
are all fucked up with people's names.
Your handwriting is so nice.
Thank you.
Look at my shitty hand. Look at this. Look at this mess. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Anyway. He's talking about how Scrooge ruined Ithaquack.
Yeah.
And he does this like pose thing. Like, I love how the show like takes these characters that can be larger than life, like that like maybe in the original series they'd be the very like, oh, I'm Zeus, blah, 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 blah. And this like Zeus is like a day drinking like guy who like reminisces about the old days, the good old days, it's like, as we see.
I just thought of like Odin, but when it's Loki playing Odin.
Yes. I just look at the. Oh shit. Yeah.
Watch Thor 3.
Watch Thor 3 if you haven't. Like, why haven't you? It's Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I love
it.
him.
Yeah. This Zeus is Odin way it's Loki played. To be Odin. Watching, plays by himself, eating grapes and day drinking.
And day drinking. So, I love, like, the cuts from back and forth in these adventures for this episode was really, really fun.
Real good.
So it cuts to Webby and Dewey
they're
up the hill.
Yeah, they're going uphill up to the very, very top temple, which we learn is the Temple of Heroes. But do we see Dewey? We haven't seen Dewey talking about his mom, I think, since the Great Time Chase.
Yeah,
right.
That was it.
They haven't talked about that since then. And we see how much Dewey is excited to like find out more about his mother. He's like we're walking in her footsteps and like.
I love the line. He's like gets on the floor and he's like, I can still smell her feet. Yeah. I was like, ew.
Yeah. Like, gross grass.
What if my mom explored this very path? What if I'm literally walking in her footsteps right now? I can still smell her feet.
But I think it's like little things that show how much he like kind of desperately wants to know about his mother and like be like her. This like image of her that he has in his head.
Yeah, but especially like now you're starting to see the whole like because Webby is pretty insistent about Della being a traitor.
A traitor, which surprised me how insistent on it she is.
Especially later, I was like, Webby, Webby.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because so she has her phone out with like she took a picture of the letter, the note that Della left. Like, Scrooge, I've taken the Spear of Selene. I'm sorry.
And she's like, well, the note sounds pretty.
Yeah, Webby's. Yeah, so they're talking. Webby's listing how she seems weirdly certain that Della betrayed Scrooge and Donald, and
Dewey is like,
he's immediately on the defensive. He's like, he's like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe that note could mean anything. He's like, maybe it's I've taken the Spear of Selene to be clean, so I spilled soup on it.
And he's like, maybe I took it back to the store. Sorry, you already had one.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
So we know Della took the Spear of Selene and betrayed Mr. McDuck and Donald.
Whoa. We don't know she did something bad. That note could mean lots of things. I've taken the Spear of Selene to get cleaned. I'm sorry I spilled soup on it. I've taken the Spear of Selene back to the store. I'm sorry you already had one. Happy birthday!
Ooh, or I've taken the Spear of Selene from your money bin. I'm sorry I betrayed your trust.
Yeah. So he's very like...
Yeah, he's
making excuses in a way.
He's like, you don't know that. Like he's very adamant that that's not what happened.
That there's more to the story, and it doesn't just because she took it and she's sorry doesn't mean that it's a bad thing.
She did something bad.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder why Webby's so weirdly determined that it's that she did something bad.
Yeah. I think she just sees the mystery.
I think that's true.
Yeah, and this is what like you get to see it a little bit more, and you get to start seeing it out. Like she's very like, this is a mystery, and it's Scrooge's biggest mystery. Yes. But Dewey's like, this is my mom you're talking about.
Yeah.
So she does kind of apologize, but she keeps going on.
Yeah. She's like, I guess we'll find out the truth inside. And so they're going to the Temple of Heroes, which is, you got a really good pause right there. It's like, it's a huge Greek temple. There's like Greek statue, duck dudes, like outside, holding spears or whatever. It's
columns.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like it. And so we cut back. Cut back to Zeus. he's gathered everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like it's this like a
theater.
A theater, yeah. It's like the circular kind of sand pit where like kind of like Olympics, kind of like Greek exercises, competitions would be held.
The Olympics. Where the Olympics take place. No, yeah, like their whole, it's like it's for events basically, because it was like a party island.
And he's sitting on like a throne thing, and he's explaining at Ithaquack, he's like, I've gathered you all here today to tell you how Scrooge fucked me over. Yeah, so Ithaquack used to be like the premier vacation spot for gods and mortals. So this was like the king of the god of hospitality
and king of the beach.
Yes, and king of the beach. And he's depicting all of this history on Greek pottery, which is using the paper painted with the black figure pottery.
Yeah,
which is what people typically imagine when they think of Greek pottery. I got a little bit of history because I couldn't help it. Because I wanted to know the name of it.
I took a class on Greek mythology and I don't remember anything except that Zeus had one boyfriend. That's all I retained.
I think Zeus fucked a swan at some point.
Yeah,
he became a swan.
He also fucked. I think someone as a bull.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
And it made me think of that because Frank Langone has mentioned on Twitter that they were thinking of making Zeus a swan.
No,
but they're like, maybe not. And we're not doing that. Jesus. Anyway, the pottery. So the black figure pottery was known for the middle to late archaic period, circa 1620 to 480 BCE. Yeah, it's the most common imagined with Greek pottery.
Yeah,
you know. I just wanted to tell you guys that.
Very nice.
I like history. Anyway, he claims that Scrooge ruined all of this for him by killing the unkillable Gorgon. They say defeated, but I see those X-starred eyes and the disembodied head. I think like their subtlest way of letting us know that Scrooge has killed a bitch.
Yeah.
He also found the lost treasure of Troy.
It wasn't very hard.
The metal detector.
Yeah. It's a pretty like
these artists are super. These paintings are adorable.
They're
by the
so
way,
fun.
The paintings of Scrooge, he looks adorable. And then Scrooge then also won first place in sandcastle building competition. And we've seen the painting as Scrooge built like a 10-foot castle, and Zeus's is like a pitiful like little mountain of sand.
What I would build.
And then Scrooge also won. In that pottery thing, Scrooge is wearing the old-timey striped bathing suit from the original series, which we have not seen yet. And Scrooge also found more treasure inside his sandcastle. And then Storkules shows them this pottery that I guess he made.
Yeah.
It's like BFFs forever, and it's him and a very his expression. It's just like Donald's being done. Like with Storkules, like they're like clasping pinkies.
Yeah. And
Storkules was like ecstatic in the little painting, but Donald looks like he'd rather be dead.
He's crossing his little feet.
Yeah. It's adorable.
He's so cute.
Because it's Huey and Louie are like, holy shit, it's all true.
Yeah, and he's like, it is, and he's like, he shows him his pottery.
Yeah. But Scrooge is over Zeus's pity party. He's like, okay, he's like, I'm sorry that like you're fucking like 1 billion years old, and that you can't let go of the past.
Yeah.
Like.
He's like, leave it to an immortal to whine about the good old days.
Yeah. Because Zeus complains that all the other partygoers left when Scrooge did. But we actually learned what actually happened is that Zeus got so pissy he made a year-long lightning storm that got everyone so mad that they left. I forgot to say the voice of fucking Zeus. Jesus, I'm the worst. The voice of...
Duck facts.
The voice of Zeus is Mike Chiklis. He's been in stuff, but I know him from Fantastic Four, the 2004 movie, in which he played the Thing.
Really?
Yeah!
Oh shit!
And I can hear it when I look for it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh shit, that's the Thing! Or Ben Grimm, as his real name is.
I love that movie. I don't care what anyone says.
No, yeah, like, it's the cheesiest bullshit.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh,
Even if Chris Evans should not have been Human Torch. Worst casting decision ever. He's Captain America. Yeah. I love it.
I love it so much. No, I watched the reboot back when it first came out. I fell asleep through the fucking climax of the movie. Like, I was like dead asleep. It was so bad.
Fantastic Four like takes terrible casting decisions for Human Torch and then makes them beautiful, and they later emerge beautiful marble butterflies.
They're so beautiful.
Captain America.
Bless.
Killmonger.
Yeah.
Human Torch in second movie.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
You ruined my flow.
Sorry.
It's fine.
You ruined my groove?
Yeah, you ruined my groove! Anyway, well, everyone, they just kind of like ignore Zeus for the minute.
Yeah.
And Scrooge, Huey, and Louie, so looking at all the pottery, and they're like, oh shit, that's rad. Meanwhile, Hercules just picks up Donald. Like, he does this a lot, he just picks him up. And he's like, we'll have like another rousing adventure, you, me, and he's like, wait, where's your sister?
Yeah. And I got sad.
Yeah, and like, I wasn't expecting, like, them to bring up Della.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I'd just be a Webby and Dewey thing. But then Hercules brings up Della, which kind of floored me. I'm like, oh shit, wait.
Yeah, because he's like, where's your fire sister?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like...
Yeah, and it's sad. Like, this is our first glimpse into Donald's grief. Mm-hmm. Like, we've seen bits of Scrooge's grief. Yeah. Like him buying the post office after receiving junk mail from Della.
Yeah.
His whole, like museum.
But it was way more indirect. Like, it's way indirect.
Indirect with Scrooge. Like, we see signs of his grief, like, this is what he's done with her gone, but we don't actually see him grieving.
Yeah, and here it's like, it's a pretty, like, sad scene, because when he asks him, like, where's your sister, and then Donald just kind of looks sad, and he looks at the kids.
Yeah, he looks up at the kids, and he doesn't respond.
Yeah.
But Hercules understands. He understands.
But now that you have returned, Hercules, noble Donald, and his fiery sister... Halt! Where is Della? I see. Then we shall embark upon a rousing adventure to honor our fallen compatriot.
I don't adventure anymore.
What? But adventure is the very blood in your veins.
And it's heavily implied in this whole episode that Della's dead.
Yeah. Because Hercules, like, then instead of
he's like, well, then at least let us have honor a fallen comrade with like a feast or something.
Yeah.
And then Dewey later, like, he's constantly talking about how she's dead.
Yeah,
like,
straight up.
Yeah, like, he says, like, something killed my mom.
I'm gonna avenge her.
My mom died. Like, it surprised me. Like, is she dead?
Yeah.
I don't know. All Donald said is that she's gone, and he doesn't correct Hercules when he says, like, our fallen comrade or whatever.
And he keeps,
he keeps going, though. Like, he wants to go on a big adventure to honor her name first, not the feast.
Yeah.
He wants to go, like, honor her name with an adventure. And Donald is kind of, like, haltingly, he's like, I don't adventure anymore.
Yeah. And Hercules is like, what are you talking about? Like, it's in your veins.
Yeah,
like,
but he doesn't press it at this point. He's like, alright. He's like, at least we'll honor her with a feast.
Yeah.
We'll honor all of you with a feast, at least. And
Zeus is like, what?
Yeah, Zeus and Scrooge are like, oh, what? Sorry? And he's like, Father, we must at least, like, as the god of hospitality, we can't let these weary travelers just go.
Yeah.
Like, we must give them a feast. And he kind of, like, hugs Donald, like, pets him. Like, pets him. And Donald just back to just, like, dead-eyed, like, fucking whatever. I can't get out of this, so.
Donald, you need to get your shit together.
He cares about you so much.
So Zeus gives in.
Yeah, Donald he's just so pathetic. Yeah, the
way he just holds Donald.
He's holding him, as someone mentioned, he's holding him like a sandwich, like a Subway sandwich, and Donald just hanging there, like, just looking so apathetic. Yeah. Is the funniest thing ever. And so you have, like, immediate cutscene
to a beach party.
Yeah, because Hercules, you have to put in his voice, he yells beach party.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It shall be a bacchanal for the ages. Beach party!
So, let me explain the scene.
Yeah.
There's some balloons. There's a Pegasus playing the harp, just kind of floating above them.
He's small.
A very small Pegasus. Zeus is just sitting on the ground, off to the side. Scrooge is sitting in front of a water cooler with a bag of chips.
Also looking not very amused.
Less not amused than Zeus.
Yeah.
He just looks like, fucking, I hate this. Hercules, Donald, and the kids are sitting on, like, a knocked over
column.
Yeah. he has like this like blank stare.
Maybe just the pause that we got. But he's there.
Louis eating grapes.
Like a true king.
Yes. And Starcules has the little noisemaker and a party hat on.
And Donald's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's sitting next to him.
Going through the motions.
Yes, yeah. Probably my favorite line in this whole episode is it's Scrooge. So Scrooge and Zeus are sitting kind of close together, and Scrooge takes a bite of a chip, and he's like a little salty, and Zeus throws the cooler. He's like, "Dip not good enough for you, mortal." I can't do it.
Flips out. I'll put it in there.
Just the line. It's Zeus.
It's just like
god
little
Zeus. He's like,
flipping
yeah, he's like, dip not good enough for you, mortal. It's just so.
It's so good.
So funny.
A little salty.
Dip not good enough for you, mortal! You offend Olympus!
Maybe people didn't leave because they liked me, but because they didn't like you.
I love, like, I just love making these things, these supposedly larger-than-life characters, like, very realistic, just people. Just getting mad.
Because he's so petty.
He's so petty. Christ. Zeus really wants to get into it with Scrooge.
Yeah, with the fight.
Because Scrooge is like, maybe people didn't leave because of me, maybe because they didn't like you. Zeus gets mad, but
Starcules interferes.
Yeah,
he's like,
he's like, whoa, how about we calm things down with some like party games?
Yeah.
And Zeus is like, yes.
He's like, are my family versus your family?
Yeah, you want the contest to prove he's the better partier or whatever. Yeah. That he's the best. And he just wants to beat Scrooge at something.
Yeah.
But, like, he and Scrooge don't even participate.
They don't. They just send their warriors.
Like, they're, we've seen this earlier, like, with the Gander, like, they're champions.
They're champions.
But indirectly, it's like their families are fighting for us. Like, whatever.
Oh my god.
And so they don't leave. Well, Zeus is like, he's like, we'll have a challenge. Like, it'll prove who really is the king of the beach or whatever. In the background, Scrooge is all her kind of herding the kids away.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're like, this is why we stopped vacationing here. But Zeus stops them. They're not even hurrying though. No. They're kind of like, okay, kids, let's go. The kids kind of want to stay.
Yeah, they want to participate.
Yeah, they're like, what's the big god?
Also, this is when I realized. Yeah. They don't even know where the other kids are, but they haven't even like worried about it.
They're not worried at all. I think like they know they're not in danger here. Like they're not worried because they're not like hurrying to leave. Yeah. They're just like, okay, this is annoying. Let's go. So like I said, they just resigned to the fact that Dewey and Webby just ran off somewhere. I mean, they can't go far.
Yeah,
it's an island. It's a very small island.
You're either on the beach or on the mountain.
Yeah. So I guess they assume that they're fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they know that it's safe. Mm-hmm. They just don't want to be there because they don't like Starcules and Zeus.
Oh. But yeah,
it's kind of sad though. Like, Starcules is like such a nice guy. He's just there alone.
Yeah, with his dad.
Yeah, with his shitty dad. But Zeus doesn't let them leave. He he traps him with like a lightning field.
Yeah, that thing from the Hunger Games.
I've not seen Hunger Games. Well, I have. I don't remember anything about it.
I just remember the field.
I don't like what's her face.
Katniss.
Yeah, not the actress. But we see that was cute. Donald and Scrooge saying like, "Oh, phooey." They don't interact in this episode.
No, they kind of, but not really.
Indirectly, they're standing next to each other.
We're getting closer.
Just let them talk about what happened. Why does Scrooge owe Donald in the first episode?
Yeah.
What happened? I need the deets. Anyway, we're back with Dewey and Webby. They're inside the temple now.
Mm-hmm. Doing all the obstacle courses.
Yeah, like they're running out. They're jumping from like there are these cylinder plinths. They're like jumping between them.
Yeah.
And Dewey is still he's listing all the fan theories basically. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, that's not it then. Because they're like Scrooge is cursed by the spear. Della came here to decrucify him. Because where they are, apparently the item they're looking for, which they think is the spear.
Yeah.
It's cursed.
It's cursed.
Yeah. And Dewey triggers a booby trap.
Yeah.
And Webby's like, okay, there's too much full of booby traps. We gotta be careful. And Dewey's like, if my mom went through here, I can go through here. And then it's like, cut.
I love the cut. Cut to like this like fire and like
there's like arrows and spears and like a rock crushes a thing and like Dewey just like holding Webby. He's like walking on the ground. He's like oh.
And Webby like they're there. She like brushes a spider off.
A huge spider off his head. She's like, don't worry, we just have to do that one more time to get out.
But they get to like the artifact, and then what does Dewey say? No, I don't. I didn't write.
I don't remember. I didn't write down the specifics, but it's. I think they do imply again that Della is dead. Implying throughout the episode, though only by those who don't know the full truth.
Yeah.
So Dewey, Hercules, they're implying that she's dead. We don't know if she is. The only people who imply that are the ones who don't really know.
But it's very heavily implied.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yeah. We keep talking about it, so Dewey takes out what is a sword. It's not the Spear of Selene, but it's cursed though. So like he's like whispering and starts glowing, and Webby's like, "The curse, put it back!"
He's like, ah!
Yeah. So I love these like this making fun of the tropes, like the cursed sword. And it's like, oh god, and they're like, holy shit, put the cursed sword back! And it's like, oh shit.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
Yeah. So we go back to the competition. We see it's cute. Louie and Huey have been given the toga. They call them tunics, but
yeah, they're togas.
Yeah, the togas. And like Huey has a red headband, and Louie has a green laurel thing on his head. And it's a cute thing. That's not like meant for anything, but just like
it's cute. They're both like appreciating it. And I was like, oh.
That Scrooge goes over to them.
Yeah.
And, he doesn't give them any magnificent words of wisdom. Just like he's like he's like, Hercules is an idiot. You got this.
You got this. Take it to. He's like, you guys are really you guys are smart. use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Plus, this guy's an idiot.
Yeah. I thought it was a cute thing. Just like Scrooge just being more with the kids and just interacting with them, just for not like.
He's not like we need to win this. He's like
He's like I couldn't give a shit, but like I know you guys can win.
Yeah. And I love how it just pans to like Hercules giving like the most like. He looks stupid.
This face he's making. He's like pumping iron, just like on the other side of like the circle, the ring.
He's kind of disassociated.
he's like just what did I say? He's lifting weights.
Yeah.
And Zeus is giving him his own pep talk. He's like, okay, son, I need you to win. And Hercules is like, okay, Pops, but like, why don't you compete against Scrooge? Yeah. And Zeus is like, well, like, this is beneath me. He's clearly afraid he'll lose to Scrooge. Like, you're like 1,000,000 years old. You're a god. So, another lesson. Not only has Scrooge killed a bitch, gods fear him.
Yeah. He's all powerful.
The competition. So everyone but Scrooge is in like the toga tunic things, even Donald.
Yeah. So the teams it's 3 against 1.
Yeah, which I guess is fair considering it's a guy with superhuman strength and immortality. And so it's a race. The first challenge is that they have to get to Aeolus's bag of winds and I guess close it or whatever.
Yeah.
Just SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's my rep.
I'll just do a SpongeBob reference, I'm sorry. Like, immediately I'm like, it's Neptune's bag of winds. Yeah. The magic bag of winds.
And it's the same movie that we already mentioned earlier.
Yeah. That was my first thought. Anyway.
That stupid joke. He's like, the bag of winds is in my pants.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you got it here. He's like, wait, what was the other thing?
He's like, okay. I'm not gonna ask about it.
Do you still have that bag of winds?
I sure do. Here you go. What?
Nothing. Okay, let's go over the instructions. Let's see, it says here, step 1, point bag away from home.
Okay.
Step 2, plant feet firmly on ground.
Right.
Step 3, remove string from bag, releasing the winds.
Check.
Well, that seems simple enough. Point bag away from home, feet firmly on ground, pull string, releasing the winds.
So Donald is not interested, all caps. He so the race starts, and Donald just, turns around. turns around. Like, now. Mm-hmm. And
but the winds are employing everyone.
Zeus opens the bag of winds and it knocks him into a pillar. And we see Hercules' hair like flowing in the wind
beautifully.
Yeah. And so Louis and Huey are like, well, fuck, we can't beat Hercules.
Yeah,
but
they're barely clean to like the ground.
Cling to the dirt. But then Huey realizes that because when Louis' tunic like inflates because of the wind, he realizes they can use the tunic to like float down.
Yeah.
So he
lets himself go back, but there's like a banner.
Yeah, the banner catches him, it like throws him in the air, and he's able to float down on the other side and pick up the winds before Hercules can. Yeah. And Hercules is just like, good job! Yeah. He's like, amazing! Like, he does not give a shit that he lost.
No. He's like, he gives them their titles, right?
Yes. Yes, this is like groundbreaking shit right here. So, Hubert is, you have it written down?
Yes, yeah. Hubert, Tamer of Winds. Yes. How do you pronounce it?
It's Llewellyn, Fighter of Storms. And Louis like, please don't say my real name.
What ingenuity! From henceforth, you shall be known as Hubert, Tamer of Winds, and Llewellyn, Fighter of Storms.
Awesome! Please do not say my real name out loud.
So, this is big. Yeah. Like, Louis' name in Louis' full name is typically just Louis.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
They change, so like Dewey's usually Deuteronomy.
Mm-hmm. So which I can't pronounce, and I won't try.
Change that to Dewford, which is worse.
An improvement.
I don't know. Easier to say.
Yeah.
And Louis is now Llewellyn, which I was watching this on the app. So I got like the legit captions.
Yeah.
It's spelled pretty interestingly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Scottish name.
Yeah.
It looks like one.
I messed up spelling so you see my chicken scratch. It's very like, it reminds me of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's a nice name.
It's a nice name. Yeah. I'm like, shit, that's super cool. Fuck. So Zeus and Scrooge are watching on the steps, like leading up to Zeus's throne. Mm-hmm. And Zeus is like super petty. He's like, they cheated. He's like, that's 2 out of 3.
Which immediately just reminded me of whenever my roommate and I have to do something, we like rock, paper, scissors it sometimes. And like her thing is always best 2 out of 3.
I guess Scrooge is sitting there like, was looking pretty smug, like, alright.
Yeah. So then it cuts to Webby and Dewey.
They're in another chamber fighting a sea monster.
Yes.
The sea monster has a name according to the wiki.
Really?
It's like an actual sea monster from like Greek myth or whatever.
Oh, okay.
If I can pronounce this. Charybdis.
Oh, it's that thing.
Yeah.
Because isn't it...
Charybdis, maybe.
I don't remember. All I remember is that it's usually this monster and then the whirlpool are together.
Oh, yeah. That's from... Wait. The Odyssey.
The Odyssey. I was going to say the other one.
Yeah, I'm like, the Iliad and the Odyssey.
Did you have to read the Odyssey?
Yes.
I did too.
Yep. Yeah, so Charybdis, whatever. So Dewey's all like, okay, so like my mom was killed by a sea monster, and like
I need to avenge her.
Yeah, like he's still like listing like the excuses, like he's like sorry I was killed by a sea monster trying to return the spear. I remember, but he's like,
yeah, I'll put it.
He's like listing the.
Like, what happened, and Webby's like, oh, sure?
Like, maybe.
Yeah.
And the sea monster picks them both up in its tentacles or whatever. And he's like, I will avenge you for killing my mother, and, like, avenge my mother or whatever. And he's like, and take the Spear of Selene. He's like, and the monster is like, you'll never take the Spear of Poseidon. And they're like, wait, what?
Ha! Scrooge, I've taken the Spear of Selene to challenge the gods of Olympus, but will probably be eaten by a sea monster. I'm sorry, Della.
That's a possibility.
You hideous monster! I will avenge my mother by killing you with the very spear you're sworn to protect!
You shall never get the Spear of Poseidon!
I'm sorry, the Spear of who now?
And he's like, oh, we have the
and everything just de-escalates immediately. And like, no, we're looking for the Spear of Selene. He's like, oh, that's like down the hall, past the Harpy Aviary, like Garden of Selene.
Yeah,
like, can't miss it. It's super cute. He just puts them down.
Yeah, he's like, oh,
sure, cool.
Nope, yeah, we don't have anything with you.
Yeah, it's the cutest sea monster ever.
Yeah. I love how Dewey's like apologizing for calling it ugly.
He calls him ugly when like everything was intense. He's like, I'm sorry for calling you, for saying you're like disgusting. I'm sure you're very handsome by sea monster standards.
The sea monster's like, not really.
Not really. Thanks though.
So cute. So then we go to back to the second contest.
Yeah, it's a discus throwing, which I did in fucking 6th grade.
Same.
I sucked at it.
Me too. We also did the what's it called? We did a bunch of like Olympic things. Yes.
Yeah.
That was also garbage.
That.
I almost died doing
sports syrup sham.
They're horrible. I hated PE. What's it called? The
long jump.
No.
High throw.
No. The thing you're supposed to.
That's not a thing.
The thing you're supposed to jump.
Long jump.
No, the
bar jump.
No.
Sand jump. I'm just making shit up.
I don't know what it was. I almost died doing it.
What is it though?
I don't remember.
What did you do?
Oh my god! It's the thing that the hurdles.
Oh.
Yeah, I almost ate shit.
Those are scary. Like my foot's gonna get stuck, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because first we started with the hurdles pretty far from each other, and then they kept bringing them closer together, and I was like, I will eat shit here, and I almost did. Jeez. I think someone legit really fell really bad.
Oh yeah, like
pee was horrible.
High school.
All right.
We're done. If you're still in high school, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
PE is the worst.
Hey, we're back. Yeah, so they're discus throwing. The nephews like
knock each other out.
Yeah, they like crash into each other, and so they fail. Mm-hmm. Donald just throws his like a foot. Circules with his super strength throws it so hard it goes all the way around the world and then comes back.
But it comes back too short.
Like 2 inches behind Donald. Mm-hmm. And so that Donald won. And Circules is like, whoa, he picks up Donald. And the next is chariot racing with these most horrifying horses of all time.
Wait,
do you see these things? Do you see these fucking things? What? They have. So they're chariot racing. Oh, I forgot to mention Scrooge and Zeus are watching, and the Scrooge is this fucking smug ass expression, and Zeus like losing his shit next to him. So they're riding these. Wait, you'll get to it in a minute. These non-anthropomorphic horses that have these shiny, dead, black eyes. They're horrifying to look at.
Oh.
Next is the.
I'm already laughing because like.
It's a sculpture making competition.
Louie and Huey.
Weirdly enough, Scrooge and Zeus are the judges.
Yeah.
There's no one else.
Yeah.
But.
So Louie and Huey's is cute. They're just two little ducks high-fiving. There's a pile of dirt.
Just a lump of clay and tiny. It's like, and he's like pointing to it with one arm, like ta-da, like fuck me, I hate this. Which killed me, and then they're both judging it, like and then it gets.
So we're assuming you already seen this episode.
I mean, you got it.
You got it because I don't know how to describe this masterpiece.
It's like David.
Yeah.
Donald. It's Donald's head on a super muscular body. It's bigger than Starcules.
Yeah, and it has the big leaf. So if you haven't like really gotten it, Starcules has a pretty big crush on Donald.
If it wasn't obvious
to you.
Before now, with his constant hugging him and rubbing his back.
And putting him in his pecs. Can you just adoringly looking at this big old statue?
Look at him. Look at it. Looks so beautiful. Christ.
I didn't know.
You thought Starcules was gay for Donald before.
He really is gay for Donald.
Oh my god, I'm losing my mind.
Which I'm all for, you know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway.
But like my question was, who won then? Because when he's like there looking at it like, look at this masterpiece, no one really who reacts to it. No one does.
No one.
Except Susie. He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, we're done. I mean, your son clearly won.
It's a beautiful masterpiece.
Oh my Christ, God. I hate this so much. Anyway,
I can't stop looking at it.
The last, the cutscenes are lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Okay, I can write them together.
Thank you, Frank.
Bless.
Who
directed this? Dana? Thank you, Dana.
Honestly.
Okay, the last contest is,
stealing the golden fleece from a small child.
Yes.
Which is, she's cute.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
It's a cute little child.
And everyone's like, this should be like the easiest thing.
Yeah, they're like, oh, so there's no way like we can beat Storkules. But Storkules is having a deep moral conflict. Yeah. He's like, steal? From a child? He asked Donald for advice, but Donald's gone.
Yeah.
Like, he's gone. Like, he's
had it.
Yeah, it took him this long.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen him trying to leave throughout. Like, it's like, now he's like, okay, no, this is it, I'm gone.
This is it. So he tries to leave, and Storkules follows after him.
They're ways away from everyone else now. Because Donald's trying to get back to the plane. So and he's like, friend Donald, where are you going?
Yeah.
And Donald he starts off like, I'm not sure where he's going with this, but he's like, look, you're a nice guy, but
he's letting him down easy.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's like, bud, it's really gonna work.
But this quickly changes tact because I forgot how to get onto this, but I think. Because Storkules is talking about like adventure and stuff, and Donald's like, no, he snaps. He's I'm through it. I'm through with adventure. I don't want to be part of this anymore. Because someone always gets hurt.
And then Storkules is like, well, getting hurt is part of the adventure.
He's like, what word? And he's like, what would Fierce Della say? And he's like, if she heard you now, he's like, well, she can't.
Yeah. And then he's like, someone always gets hurt.
Yeah. He snaps. Well, she can't. And then he kind of turns around, like, he kind of balls all that back in.
I'm through with adventure. Someone always gets hurt.
But getting hurt is part of the adventure. What would Fierce Della say if she could hear you now?
Well, she can't. Someone always gets hurt.
But I thought it's a pretty, like, mature response to all the adventuring.
Yeah.
Because Scrooge doesn't really factor in the danger, really. He's like, the danger's part of the fun.
Yeah.
But with Donald, he's very much more aware that the danger means people get hurt.
Yeah. And, like, from the comics, like, it's always been him.
Yes.
And it was probably always him until it suddenly wasn't.
And then it was Della, and then it was permanent.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to her.
That's sad. I got sad. It was, like, I was expecting a little bit more, like, hesitation in the subject, but no, like, this episode really, like, brought it, like, it's being discussed, and maybe not by everyone, but it's Donald being like, no, like, I don't want to be this anymore, because it costs me.
Yeah, and we know, like, he doesn't really speak about Della to the kids, because I think the only thing he's mentioned about her to the kids is that she's gone.
Yeah.
I imagine it's hard for him to look back on what might have been good, because she's gone now.
Yeah.
And isn't it with Storkules, he's a kind of an outside character coming in. Like, he's the one who knew them before everything. So it's been, I guess, 10 years.
10 years. But, like how I said, like, what is 10 years to a god?
Yeah, for them it's like...
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. You've been here, like, last week, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's, like, it's someone who knew, like, them as a unit. and
beforehand.
Yeah.
Who knew them what things were like before. Which I think which is an interesting dynamic for them to bring in.
Yeah.
We've been talking for a long time.
I know.
Jeebus. Anyway. Yeah, so just like more confirmation of Donald as of previously being a more hardcore adventurer.
Yeah.
And he's not anymore. Okay, so we're with Webby and Dewey.
Yes. Again. We get to, like, the entrance to the garden.
Yes.
And it's like a little replica of the mountain that they were just on.
Yeah, it's like a replica of Ithaquack. And like, okay, like, so we're here, how do we get in? Kind of like Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark style. A thing opens up, and, like, the light shines out through this gem, like the light shining through the headpiece of the Staff of Ra to find the Well of Souls where the Ark is.
Oh, God.
And, so it opens up, and they're like, oh, shit. And, so we see, so Webby very much, like, so we kind of see, like, their intent with this quest. Yeah. Webby's, like the greatest secret, the greatest mischief, Clan McDuck. We're gonna solve it, and, Dewey's like, and we're gonna find out the truth about my mom. But then, so the doorway opens,
Yeah.
and this prophecy is illuminated over the doorway.
And it says, "Whomsoever claims the prize inside shall find great riches, but incur the terrible wrath of the gods."
Yes.
And Webby tells, like, the way Webby takes it as confirmation that...
Yeah, she's like, okay, so Webby... So Webby's like, so Della stole the spear from the gods and angered them and brought the wrath down on her innocent family.
And she says it in such a way that I was just like, Webby!
Yeah, I'm like, dude!
And
she's like, that explains why Donald and Scrooge didn't want to land.
Because they don't know that it's just because Zeus is a petty-ass bitch.
Yeah. They were present for story time.
Yeah.
They don't know what happened. But Donald, Dewey immediately is like, no, my mom would never do that to her family.
Yeah.
But Webby's like, well, we won't know until we go in.
What's it say? That Della Duck was a hero who died nobly trying to protect her family?
Whomsoever claims the prize inside shall find great riches, but incur the terrible wrath of the gods. It all checks out. Della stole the spear, angered the gods, and brought their wrath down upon her innocent family, which explains why Mr. McDuck and Donald didn't want to land here. Ha!
That can't be true. My mom would never do that to her family.
I guess we'll find out for sure in the garden.
But this is interesting. Dewey, like, he's had enough.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to risk the chance of what Webby's saying is the truth.
He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to confirm it, so he'd rather not know at all.
Yeah. So he blocks Webby in. Like, he doesn't let her get past him.
He pushes her.
And like, instead of like the dramatic fall, like she does the ninja flip. She does.
I would have loved like a Mexican novela fall, where it's just rolling for 30 seconds. Yeah, falls in Spanish.
30 seconds of tumbling on a cliff.
And then dramatic zooms and repeats.
Yeah.
Someone needs to edit this, please. But yeah, so we see that, like, they're starting to, like, fight, and then it cuts back to Starkules
having a deep crisis over whether or not to steal this fleece from a little girl. But this little girl starts singing.
Yes.
And the singer is Jenna Leah Rosen. She tweeted about her. She's like, oh, I'm in this episode. And I'm like, oh, radical.
It's a really good voice.
Yeah,
I don't know what the song is saying, but it's very pretty.
It's creepy. It's like stuff. I don't know.
Because her eyes are glowing.
Yeah, her eyes start glowing. And Scrooge is like, cover your ears. Nothing good ever came out of a creepy child singing. Scrooge would survive a horror movie.
Yeah, he would. The Quiet Place.
Jeez. No, he can't keep quiet for shit.
No, he can't.
He'd die immediately.
I'd die in The Quiet Place too. I drop everything.
So the kids start singing, and Zeus was like, "Oh, did I not mention this kid's actually a mind-controlling siren?" Might be.
bad. And you see, like,
even the siren has a name. It's Ligeia.
Oh.
I can't pronounce these things. Ligeia. Sure. I guess like an actual siren from Legend.
Maybe.
Probably. But like the mind-controlling affects Hercules.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bit fucked considering
the
history of mind control with Hercules.
Yeah.
In that,
oh no. I forgot about that right now.
In that, I'll bring it up later. But, yeah, so mind controlling Hercules, and Zeus commands him to kill Scrooge and his family.
That's horrible.
Which at the moment is just Scrooge and 2 children.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. So while that's happening, it's kind of things are building in tension over there. We're back with Webby and Dewey.
Mm-hmm. And they're
fighting over getting in to the Garden of Selene.
Because the door is slowly closing to get into it.
Yes, yeah.
So right here, he just keeps cutting back and forth. Back and forth between him stopping Webby and then Hercules throwing punches. Yeah. Luckily, he's missing most of them. But he's, like, talking, because he can still talk.
He can still talk. He just can't control his actions. Yeah. And he says, my fists betray my heart. It's so sad. So, like, the history, it's, a little bit fucked of Zeus. I don't know. Because in the mythos, Hercules is mind-controlled, I think, by Hera. Because Hercules is not Hera's child. It's the kid that Zeus had with some other lady, because he does that. Yeah. And so she mind-controls him, or has someone mind-control him, Hercules, into murdering his wife and children. So, is that an allusion to that? Hercules getting mind-controlled? That's... Pause. Anyway,
yeah. So
he was Scrooge. Scrooge does not know how to de-escalate a dangerous situation.
No.
He's like, leave it or rest, Zeus. It's not my fault. I beat you at everything I do.
And Louis like, that's not helping.
Yeah. What the fuck, Scrooge?
Just lay off, man. It's not my fault I best you at pretty much everything I do. Not helping.
Meanwhile, Donald's trying to get back to the plane, but the lightning field stops him.
Yeah.
It electrocutes him.
Yeah.
But then he hears the boys calling for backup, for help. Backup. He's calling for backup.
We need backup here.
They call for help. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking about. They need help. So he rushes back. He rushes over. But we see, it got kind of dark pretty quick. Starkly says now back into a corner. And his face is I am so sorry. He's like,
as Donald's family, I consider you guys
second tier best friend. He's like, I apologize in advance for crushing your tiny bodies. He says this. And I'm like, ugh.
And then Donald comes here.
He comes back, he fixes his hat. He's like, nobody's gonna get hurt today.
Yeah.
It was good, it was cool.
I was so good, I was so happy. Because he's kicking ass and taking names.
Yes.
Taking names. Wait, what's it?
Take names. No. Kick names, take ass. So Webby and Dewey still fighting. We get a little second of them, and I'm wondering if Webby's holding back from hurting Dewey.
Maybe,
because she's beating up people much bigger than him and much more skilled than him. So I'm assuming she's holding back.
Yeah.
So Donald fighting is kind of like a force to be reckoned with, as we've seen.
Yeah.
We
got to see it a little bit of it in the
Day Trip of Doom when he beats up what's the big one's name? Burger.
Big
Time Burger Bouncer. By beating up Bouncer on his own. Yeah.
But here we actually really get to see him climbing.
Yeah, instead of the kind of the blur effect of him just running like Sonic the Hedgehog. We see he climbs. Guys, so far we seen him fight guys much bigger than him. So he climbs up on the guys. Considering they're much bigger than him, and at least for Hercules, he uses his strength against him. Because with the Beagle Boys, he's beating them up himself.
Yeah, and here it's Hercules is kind of throwing punches in a way that ends up hurting himself because he dodges.
He punches himself in the face, and then it hurt. He's like, oh, because I think he knows he can't punching Hercules is not going to do anything. So he has him beat himself up, which was cool. And then yeah, I'm not there yet. So back with Webby and Dewey, and this part really got to me. I think Webby, she shoves him down. She's like, why are you doing this? She's like, we're so close.
And Dewey, he's just because...
he just gives up. He's on his back, and he curls up. He covers his face, and his feet curl up. It's a very vulnerable and childlike thing that I've never seen in a cartoon before that I can remember, portraying body language this accurately for children.
They're so good at doing this in this show.
Oh yeah. Little things. Yeah. It'll be some little things Webby does or some of the other boys, but this stood out to me really good.
Because he just lays there and he's kind of because I don't want to what if my mom was a bad person?
Yeah, what if she was a bad person?
We're so close to the truth. Why won't you let us find it?
Because what if my mom was a bad person?
Okay.
What?
This is one mystery we don't have to solve.
I need to know the truth, whatever it is.
People have pointed out that he doesn't say a bad guy, that they fight a bad person.
Yeah.
If she did betray them, if she abandoned her family, and
if she had a choice and she chose to betray and she chose to leave that whole thing, he doesn't want to know that.
Yeah. And Webby, I think she finally understands. She stops insisting that they have to go in. She's like, okay. She's like, I'm sorry.
This is a mystery that we don't have to solve. Yeah. And luckily, Dewey kind of gathers strength.
Some resolve. Yeah, he's like, okay. He changed his mind at the last minute. He's like, okay, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And he grabs her hand, and they rush in at the last minute. And they get in right before it closes. So they're in this circular kind of dome-like room. And it's the garden and stuff, and there's what looks like a statue pouring water at first. But then she flips over, and it is Selene.
And then the theme that's playing as this is happening.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was really pretty. I'll try to isolate it, but it was really nice. Yeah.
She thinks they're Della at first. Yeah. She's like, I got you. She's like, wait, you're not Della. And they're like, what, you know Della? Where is she? What happened?
And Dewey's like, please tell me she wasn't evil. She was an evil family betrayer.
Yeah. Oh, and the Selene is voiced by Nia... Fuck, I can't pronounce names today. Nia Vardalos, who was apparently known from... She's most well known from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Or I know her from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. She's Mrs. Diaz.
Oh.
So we learned that she wrote the inscription above the door to lure Della. So that wasn't like an actual thing.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a...
Yeah, like fun joke between them.
She's so nice.
Yeah, she's super nice, yeah. And we learn that she knew Della, but she hasn't seen her in years.
Yeah.
And Dewey asks her about the spear, and she's like, oh, you mean the Sphere of Selene? And a spear appears in her hand. and Dewey's like, no, I mean the fucking spear!
Yeah, like, why doesn't anyone know what I'm talking about? And through all my notes, I kept fucking... Like, when I was trying to write spear and sphere, I just kept fucking it up, and I'm just like, no! But yeah, I also love the detail, like, she actually, like, crouches down to talk to the kids.
Yeah. She's like, I don't have a spear. But I think she realizes at this point that he's one of Della's kids.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, like, I should have known. He looked just like her. But we see that there is no spear.
Yeah,
she's never had one.
There is no such thing as a Spear of Selene.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe the sword, but like, that's...
Yeah,
like,
and,
no.
And she's just giving them directions, and like, we see, like, he's getting emotional. He's like, no, I mean the spear, like the one that my mom took.
Yeah.
But at this point, yes, this is when she realizes that he's one of Della's kids, and she's like, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Della in years. I mean, like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And so Dewey's like, okay, fine, then I guess she was bad.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what she did.
Like, we're back to that theory, like, it's our only thing, like, we don't know what it was, so she betrayed the family, I guess, and Selena's like...
She's like, no, she's very quick to be like, no, of course not. She's like, she said that the Sphere of Selene is like a crystal ball type deal.
Yeah.
Like, it has, like, I guess, images or recordings, I don't know what to call it, of Della, Scrooge, and Donald with the Greek gods, like, way back when. And she tells them how Della, like, loves her family more than anything in the world, and how she made everyone around her better.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we've ever seen Della animated.
Yeah.
Like, there's no audio.
No.
But we see
her animated.
We see her animation. She's like defending Donald with, like, a sword and a shield. She's just hanging out. She's hanging out with Selene.
It was really pretty.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And we see Webby realizing maybe the Spear of Selene isn't an artifact.
Yeah. Like,
maybe it's something else. Which I'm like, shit. Fuck. What is it?
What? No way. She loved her family more than anything in the world. Oh, Della wasn't just a good person. She was the greatest. And she made everyone around her better.
Maybe the spear isn't an artifact. Maybe it's something else.
Your mom did love a good mystery.
And then, so, Selena's like, you know, like, you can have this. She gives him the sphere, and she's like, it's not a fuck.
Not a spear.
It's not a spear, but it's a treasure, and it's something that Della didn't even find, so, you know, take it.
Yeah, and then Dewey turns around and hugs her, and it's really sweet. And then Webby's kind of off the side, like, and he tugs her into...
the little cute noise she makes. She's like,
yeah, like, it's really cute. But, like, it's sad. Like, he's trying to piece together, like, what happened to his mother. He goes through all this stuff. He finds the goddess Selene that the spear is named after, but it's nothing to do with her.
Yeah, she doesn't know what it is, and it's like, now what?
But it's now he has confirmation that his mother was a good person, though. Like, he has that validation now.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I got emotional.
Yeah, I guess I cried. So we're back with Donald fighting Hercules, and Hercules has him kind of with his arm pinned, but then Scrooge jumps in and kind of hooks the cane between Hercules' beak.
Yeah.
But something interesting, Scrooge is like, just like old times, huh? And Donald smiles, like he's like, yeah, just like old times. And so I think Donald maybe misses adventure, but he misses it. He misses. I mean, he did it for a long time. Like, like we learned from Webby in the first episode, he was like Scrooge's sidekick. Like they constantly went on adventures. He must have liked them.
Yeah, it's just the cost.
Loss.
Too great.
Yeah, loss has made him realize it's too dangerous to continue doing it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he misses it. So you see, Louis cons the siren. It's a record deal.
Yeah,
I guess. And so she stops singing, and she agrees, and she's like this like really deep, raspy voice in reality.
I was like this lunch lady, like your stereotypical lunch lady voice.
And so the mind control vanishes.
Yeah.
And Storkley is convinced that Donald saved him.
Yeah.
And he like rolls around on the ground, hugging him and patting his back. And Zeus off to the side is like, "Don't hug the enemy."
And Scrooge is like, they're best friends.
Yeah. And Donald, acquaintances. But Scrooge actually tries to get a truce. He's like, let's stop this. He's like, our families have suffered enough over like our beef.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts a hand out. He's like, truce. And Zeus just like slaps the shit out of his hand. It's really funny animation. It's like, boom. Scrooge is like, fuck.
He's like, does winning really mean that much to you?
Does beating me mean that much? And he's like, yes. So he's like, fine. So they play bocce.
Mm-hmm.
and Scrooge like kind of like drops the ball like the last one. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe I choked on the last round. I guess you win."
Yeah. Like Zeus just like, yes.
He like sings a song.
Yeah.
And like he like dances and then like there's like just the splits and like raises his hands and he points up and the lightning field vanishes.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Okay, let's go home now." But then we see Hercules comes up to Donald, and he kind of like tells him like, he's like, you'll always be an adventurer.
Yeah.
Like it's in your blood. And he's like, no matter whether you want to be or not, you're a hero.
Yeah.
And he's like, I do not, but thanks.
Thanks, friend, Hercules.
Yeah. And Hercules is like, oh my god, yeah. I think he hugs him, right?
Yeah. We didn't see it.
Yeah, he's like, you called me friend. And Donald has to back up, but Hercules just like grabs him and like a hug. And he's like he's a teddy bear.
Yeah. Aww.
And so we see Webby and Dewey come back, and they're like, "Oh, kids, where were you?" Like,
oops.
Where'd you guys get? And it's like, okay, come on, let's leave before Zeus like has like tries
another
to
idea.
like drag me into another like fucking game. And Dewey's to Webby, he's like, I swear by this sphere, I will like find out the truth about my mother. But then he drops it, and it rolls onto the little bocce thing, and it knocks Zeus's ball out of the thing, out of the ring. So he wins. And then like immediately a storm sits around them, and Webby's like, the wrath of the gods. And Scrooge is like, we have to go now. And so they run.
Oh my
to find that Launchpad has completely disassembled their plane.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I found the problem. And he's holding a little screw.
Yeah, it's...
And that's it.
That's how it cuts. I love it.
We're left with them stuck on the island of Ithaca. Ithaquack.
What is Ithaca that you speak of? But yeah. Oh my god.
Good episode.
I heard like people saying like, questions were answered, but then so many more were like unearthed.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oof. So let's see. We have
a lot of housekeeping to do.
Yeah, not a lot of time. Yeah, so we have a lot of questions. Let's go crazy.
So a lot has happened in the past.
A lot has happened. Yeah. If you follow us on Twitter, or if you listen to It's a Duckler, Let's Get Dangerous, a far superior Ducktales podcast.
Yes.
They recap every single episode of Darkwing now. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't listened to them, what the fuck are you listening to us? Listen to them.
We're the much more basic version.
So we're doing this in the new series, but yeah, they've done every single episode of Ducktales, which is 100 episodes, including like they do extra ones every so often, so like over 100 episodes of the original series. Mm-hmm. Plus now they're doing Darkwing, which is like 90.
So much fun to listen to. Yeah. So good.
Anyway.
I actually think I listened to them before. Well, I watched a few episodes that you showed me of Ducktales, and then I listened to them, and then I went back and watched a lot of Ducktales.
Yeah, like so they're like we've listened to them since like me longer than you, like over a year. Over a year now. Maybe before May. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of like my inspiration to be like, hey, I can do a podcast about this nerdy thing that I really like. And
it's insane.
They first recommended us on Twitter.
Yes.
Which made me lose my fucking mind.
Same.
Like I know, and apparently, and from that learned that one of the hosts, Michael, listens to us. Mm-hmm. Which,
so it's if you don't know, it's hosted by a lovely, lovely Australian couple.
I know you're just like sucking up to them now.
I know, but they are though. Like that's
they're great.
Like that's what like. You know, I listen to a bunch of other podcasts.
Yeah, the dynamic.
Yeah, their dynamic is so
they're married,
good. Yeah.
So I would hope.
Yeah, they're so.
Exactly. But so they recommended us on their Twitter, and then Michael very kindly asked me later on Twitter. He messaged me if there's any, because they wanted to recommend us on the actual show.
Yeah.
Which just made me lose my mind. We've been listening to them for over a year.
Yeah.
Like they inspired me to be able to do this, and now they're like, we want to recommend you to our listeners, and I'm just like,
insane.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
So it's.
Thank you.
Beyond crazy.
Thank you so much.
Like, I told my mom about it because she knows I do this podcast, and she sent me like a million texts. She loves emojis, so she sent me. I have it here. She's like, no way, and then like 6 like of like the gasping emoji face, like 10 OMGs.
Oh.
Now she's like, because we have like a bigger fan base now. She's like, this is like an actual job for you now. People are waiting for you to like make a product.
Yeah, it's insane. Like
it's crazy. And earlier in December, I don't know why I wouldn't mention this before, but Frank Angonis actually messaged us like over winter break.
Yeah.
And Faby and I had a bit of a
like,
freak out. I called you and I'm like,
oh yeah,
dude!
And like we usually just message all the time, but we don't really call each other.
Yeah, who does?
Yeah, but like I was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
She was like, "Have you seen?
Have you seen?
Have you seen?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And
I sent you a picture and I'm like, dude. So just like,
I'm sorry, Frank, for king shaming you that one time.
Bring it up again.
I would apologize.
Oh my god. Ooh, I think it was me.
Oh yeah. I think we both did. Oh, I know what it was.
But yeah. So just like, having first Frank Angonis, head writer, co-producer, talk to us, like tell us that he listened to us was like, amazing, crazy. And then having Duckblur recommend us and like, just just it's an honor.
Yeah, it is. Yes. Like I keep telling Anna like I don't know how to say like thank you, like because like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's like, so good.
This is barely a 12th episode, and people have already been like, these people have talked to us.
Yeah.
It's more than a little what's the word? Surreal.
Yeah, it is.
Like this started like us wanting to do this because we're nerds and we wanted to talk about it. Like want to have like just.
Recording.
Just talk about it. We'll record all of this. So
because we usually talk about this, and we've talked about this for a very long time. But having like, maybe other people would be interested, and like now knowing like there are people who are interested, and these people who like they do this as well, and they do it. They've been doing it for a long time, and for them to say like, oh, we like what you're doing, like it's a lot. Yeah.
So we have a question from Reality Phobia on Tumblr. So they asked us, there's a couple questions. So one, what do we think the Spear of Selene could be?
Oh yes, this comes from you because you gave me the idea.
I think the only thing I can think of right now is a rocket ship based on a Dutch comic that's I can't remember, I don't know what it was called, but it was celebrating the 80th anniversary of Donald and his Donald's 8th birthday or whatever. And we learned there that Della was testing a test rocket, test pilot shuttle thing.
Yeah.
And like where she went or however it works, 5 minutes for her are like 10 years on Earth. So she thinks it's been 5 minutes. Like she left the boys with Donald for a weekend, so she could test this shuttle.
Yeah, and it's been much longer.
It's been 10 years, and she's not aware of this. So that's a possibility.
Damn.
But that's the only thing I can think of right now. But
because how heavily implied that she's dead.
Yeah.
But then again, like you said earlier, it's only other people saying that she's dead.
Donald never outright says she's dead. It's just it's implied by people that don't know the truth.
Yes.
So question number two.
How many times has Launchpad completely disassembled and reassembled that plane? I think a lot.
Probably a lot. Though I assume not while they're on the adventure. Yeah. Do we think Launchpad and Hercules would be friends? Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. I'm like, oh damn. And I'm sad that we didn't get to see that.
How exactly how gay is Hercules for Donald?
On a scale of 1 to 10, an 11.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Was Hercules a one-night stand? Or did he just want to be?
He just
wants to be.
He just wants to be.
He wants to be.
He wants to.
I think because we have Donald, how pathetic he is towards him. I think nothing has happened yet.
No,
but
he was trying to let him down easy.
Yeah, he was. And then I think we have one more question from Anonymous, I believe.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say Ganjidi.
Ganjidi
asks. She said, they say you're both so fun to listen to. Are you childhood friends? Keep up the good work.
Oh,
thank you, Ganjidi.
Thank you, Gandra.
No, we're not childhood friends.
No.
We met
freshman year.
So that's 3 years ago.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
We met through a Lord of the Rings class.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we just became friends from there. Like we walked back to our dorm together
a lot,
and
just
then talk about all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
here we are
today, hosting a Ducktales podcast.
Still talking about shit. No, yeah.
All right, I think that closes out for us.
Yes, we are on a time crunch.
Yes, we're on a time crunch right now, so we're gonna rush through this ending real quick.
Yeah.
So you can find us at Amores Patos on Twitter.
Yes.
Amores Patos Podcast on Tumblr.
Yes. Amores Patos Podcast on Gmail.
This is all in the show notes.
Yeah.
I'm Anna.
I'm Faby.
And saludos amigos.
Saludos amigos.